Assalamualaikum. Here's your science teacher, Ruzma Iqbal. Hope you all are doing well. Let's begin our second lecture for grade 5. So we are going to study page number 85 and 86. In this topic, we are going to study what is soil. We are going to study its composition and its types. Okay. So soil. So, what is soil? Actually, I have already told you that upper layer of the earth is crust and the topmost layer of crust is called soil. Soil actually the soft part of the crust where we can grow plants, where plants can encode its roots. This part can hold up the roots of the soil. It can hold up the nutrients, water, anything that is usable for us is present in the soil. Okay? So, what is the composition of soil? Soil is actually made up of minerals that are naturally occurring elements present in the rocks, deposited in the rocks or soil. So, next is water, then air, and last one is organic matter. Soil contains soil particles. In these soil particles or dust particles, these component minerals, water, air, and organic matter are present. So, what is organic matter? It is actually the matter that made up the living bodies. Bodies of plants, animals, and any other living organism is made up of a matter that called as organic matter. It is actually made up of vitamins, lipids, proteins, carbohydrates, and these organic matter that are present in the living bodies. When plants and animals get died, their bodies get buried inside the soil and the organic matter start getting decomposed, meaning that the proteins, lipids start getting broken down. And after getting broken into smaller component, these matter becomes the part of the soil. Now this dead organic matter is called as humus. So actually humus is the part of the soil. Next composition. Now we are going to study percentage of these component of soil. Usually the composition is actually look like this, but at different places it can differs. Not every kind of soil is having the same composition. Not every place having the same composition of soil. So this composition can be varied. So minerals are 40%, air is 25%, water is 25%, and organic matter is 5%. At some places soil may contain minerals less than 40%, maybe these are 20%, 30%, and water may be reach up to 40%, 45%. So this composition can be varied according to the place or nature of the environment. Now we are going to deal with the types of soil. There are three main types of soil. First one is clay, second one is sand, and third one is silt. So let's start from the clay. Clay is actually made up of fine grains. Fine mean a very tiny or thin granules that are having air spaces between them. Due to having air spaces, empty spaces, water can be retained easily in the clay. Okay, so it is also having high proportion of nutrient due to high content of water and high proportion of nutrient. Clay can be proven as a suitable medium for the plant growth, but there is a disadvantage that it retains high amount of water. Due to high retention of water, clay is unable to hold the plants tightly or vigorously. Plants can't get encoded in it due to its property of having high content of water, so it gets sliding. Okay, next one is look at the pictures. Here it is clay. You can see that it is having high content of water due to which it can't holds up the plant so vigorously. उर्दू में हम इसे चिकनी मिट्टी कहते हैं। चिकनी मीन इसमें क्या है, पानी ज़्यादा होता है, ठीक है, इसकी वजह से ये बहुत हार्ड नहीं होती, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट वन इज सैंड। Sand is made up of different kind of rocks or granules of rocks. It made up of small tiny particles of different rocks. First one is weathered limestone. Weathered limestone means due to climatic pressure, limestone or sedimentary rocks get broken down into smaller pieces. These pieces become the part of sand. Look at this. This is sand having a granular nature. It is having granules. And look at this picture at there is weathered limestone in the very left corner. Weathered limestone, these are the rocks of sediments, or these are rocks of limestone that get broken down by means of weather pressure. Okay. So second part is granite. Granites are actually igneous rocks are actually present inside the earth. The rocks that get deposited below the surface of earth are igneous, and that get deposited over the surface are sedimentary. Actually, sediment words means layer. The rocks that are formed by means of layer, first layer will at first first layer will form, then second, then third. So the rocks that are getting uh, formed by means of layer or sediments are sedimentary rocks. So weathered limestone is part of sedimentary rocks, while granites are part of igneous rocks. And quartz are also igneous rocks that are containing high proportion of silicon. Look at here. Here at the right corner, there are different colors of granites having different composition or appearance. And at the look at this picture at the right corner, there are quartz. Quartz are actually made up of silicon elements. And the fourth part is shale rocks. Shale rocks are actually made up of mud, clay, and different kinds of soils, and these get weathered. Look at their segments. Due to weather pressure, these are getting broken down. And look at their thickness. These are present in very low thickness. So these are actually made up of mud or clay like this material. Okay. Sand are actually having large grains. Their grains are having size higher than that of clay. So also having lots of air. When large particles join together, empty spaces getting bigger in them. There is high proportion of empty spaces in them, due to which water can easily drain from it, and water can easily reach to the groundwater. And you know that nutrients get accumulated in the grains of the soils, clay or sand. But due to having high spaces, water when start leaching down or drains into the groundwater, it also dissolves the mineral in it, and the minerals also go with the water, and the sand granules get washed away. So it is having very low proportion of nutrients. Okay. During hot weather, when there is high temperature or environment is hot, the plants that grow in sandy soil need to be watered regularly, because water get drained easily. So these plants are having shortage of water, so you need to water these plants regularly. And if we talk about natural environment, the plants that are growing naturally or by themselves, these plants have some sort of different strategies to store the water. For example, we talk about the cactus. Cactus is actually a plant that grow in a desert environment or in the sand. These cactus are having special cells. When there is a rainy season, the water from the rain, they store the water from the rain into their special cells, and these organs or special cells usually called as succulent organs. These are actually the stem part. They do not usually they during hot weather they shed off their leaves in order to avoid transpiration or evaporation. So they are having different mechanism in order to store water or in order to deal with the shortage of water. Okay, so these are the pictures of sand. Look, you can see at their colors, and they are granular in their nature. There are different components that get broken down into smaller granules and become parts of the sand. So our third type of soil is silt. Silt is made up of minerals, organic particles, and lots of nutrients. It is actually that part of soil or that type of soil in which we usually grow plants. These are because it is having high proportion of minerals, nutrients, organic particles, so it make it look good for the growth of plants. But silt particles are larger than clay. Their size is larger as compared to clay but smaller as compared to sand. You have to mark these points for the objective purposes. Which type of sand has the largest grains or largest particles in size? It's sand. After sand, silt is having larger particle and clay is having smaller particle as compared to both silt and sand. So it is also having empty spaces, so when water uh, drains it also dissolve nutrients in it and the nutrients get washed away. Okay, so it was your topic in which you study composition of soil and the types of soil. Look at here, it is silt in which we usually grow plants. So now it's the turn of homework. You need to write the short question. There are three short questions given on page number 86. Uh, the answer is very easy. You have already studied the topic, and if you are carefully study this topic, you can easily mark the answers of these questions and write in your notebooks. So, thank you. Allah Hafiz.